Hello everyone, welcome for this new episode of the ESO News. We are the 6th December 2015 and this is the last episode of the year. But we have plenty of news to share. Today we are going to speak mostly about PvP, as you can see, but not only that. Let's start immediately with this contest. If you follow Twitter, you probably have seen the hashtag million reasons to play ESO, where players were sharing their favorite moments, screenshots, adventure, or the reason why they play the game. I've participated myself. This was part of a big promotional campaign that sort of ends today with a giant firework of some sort, which is the contest PlayToWin $1 million. And yes, you hear it well, $1 million. So the first prize is actually $50,000 by year during 20 years. So not 1 million in one shot. You will not be able to buy a yacht just yet. You will have to save. The second prize is 1,000 players have the possibility to earn 3,000 Crown to use in the CrownStore. So basically Orsinium for free. But there is a trick. To participate to this contest, first you need to be part of one of the eligible countries, and the list is quite reduced. Canada, but excluding Quebec, Finland, France, Germany, Mexico, Norway, Russia, Switzerland, United Kingdom and United States of America, excluding some states like Florida. If you do not live in one of those countries, you cannot participate to the contest, I'm sorry. The first step is to register the online form. I will put a link below, before the 10th January. Second step, you play the game between the 3 December and the 10th January. So you do not do the other way around. You register first, you play second. Otherwise it will not work. If you do not have the Elder Scrolls Online, and you want to play the game or get your chance to have $1 million, it's your chance to get it now. The game is sold for 60% in every shop, Steam, the regular website, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. So that means it's around €22 for the standard edition, which is quite cheap. We would have expected to see a lot of happy and enthusiastic comments regarding this contest, but I have yet to see a positive reaction. People are generally upset because so many countries are excluded from the contest. They feel betrayed, they feel discriminated, that's the word they use. The thing is that Zenimax cannot do anything about this. This is related to laws and rules regarding lottery, money that you earn via contest, and each country have apparently very strict rules. So the only things that Zenimax could have done is to cancel the contest. But I guess that they were too far into the project, or maybe it's too profitable regardless, so they choose to keep it up. Do not worry too much. Gina Bruno have said they will organize more contests in the future, maybe more simple, where more countries can participate. But for the $1 million, I feel for you guys. I'm in Belgium and I have no chance. Poof. The second reaction is a lot of people are saying, why are you giving $1 million to a random person instead of putting it in the game? Maybe you could have fixed the PvP lag, or give a raise to the developers, or hire a new team. I would certainly have preferred that myself. Everyone will have benefited from this $1 million, every players. The thing is that I guess the point is to attract a lot of new players. I guess that everyone understands that. It is not a reward for the faithful and loyal customer. It's just a bait. Also, I do not think that this $1 million is part of the development budget. It's certainly two separate budgets, so I don't think that this $1 million could have been gone in the development, and I do not think that the development of the game will suffer from this crazy con. The third reaction of the people is that Zenimax is really desperate to organize such a bait to gain new players. Well, to that I do not know what to answer. I do not have the feeling that the Elder Scrolls Online is desperate or it's dying, like many players like to say. No, I think it's going well, but why are they doing that? Yes, I understand the logic of this crazy contest, but I'm not sure if it was the best idea. It seems to me a bit overdone, like an overkill. They could have, I don't know, proposed several PlayStation or Xbox customize or just some Crown or I don't know, but I'm not a PR guy. Since the very beginning, players have been begging to have Battleground, Arena and Duel in the Elder Scrolls Online. And to this, Zenimax have always answered the same. We do not want Battleground and Arena in our game. We want to focus on large-scale PvP on large battle. Zero deal is what we are focusing on. Battleground and Arena will be detrimental to Zero deal. For small-scale PvP, we have our answer, and this is Imperial City. You can listen to Brian Wheeler in June. This is what he answered.
Thoughts?
Are they coming?
Any words on
Battlegrounds, arenas, or flag style games, they are not in the works anytime soon. I know that we actually showed a style of one at E3 and PAX last year.
I think at QuakeCon also.
Yeah.
Last year it was kind of our
summer tour,
show,
so to
yeah,
speak.
our
Right.
show tour.
That is not coming anytime soon. However, as kind of hinted at in a recent post, Imperial City does scratch a very ganky itch.
Yep.
Kind of a good way of wording it, or small style fighting itch.
But this has changed. Now that is his answer for the very same question.
I heard something about Battlegrounds.
Battlegrounds?
Ah.
So it has been mentioned by you and Jason that it's on the long-term plan, and it is. Battlegrounds are on the long-term plan. We are going through discussions now about how we're going to do them, whether it's going to be 3-sided, 2-sided, arena-based, as people call them, or traditional battleground-based. So we want to do them. They are on the long-term plan. If we're going to do them, they'll be done right. They'll be done competitively with other, arena-style, battleground-style games out there. It's not just going to be, there you go, you have a zone to kick each other's butts in. It's going to have a good UI. It'll have a good entry and exit experience. So we're not just going to push what we had out there and be like, there you go, you're done. Yeah. We really want to commit to it and have it be good. So,
sure.
Yes, working on it.
So, what has changed? Well, there is two solutions. Either Zenimax was waiting to launch Imperial City before to speak about the project to implement Battleground and Arena in the game, so they were certain that Imperial City would be promoted enough and that enough players will buy the DLC, or simply Imperial City didn't offer the experience they were hoping for, and they realized that Arena Battleground were absolutely needed to satisfy the PvP community of the Elder Scrolls Online. So regardless, the Battleground and Arena are being working on right now. It's at the concept stage, so it's very early in development. Do not expect them before at least one good year, I believe. But there will be Duel as well, and this is a feature players have really wanted since a very long time, and that probably might come earlier. Anyway, they are dedicated to this new project, and I think many players will be happy. Now that doesn't mean that everyone in the PvP community will be happy about this news. Some players still believe that instanced battlegrounds will be detrimental to the Zero Deal experience and to the game balance, because it will be very different. It can affect PvP in different ways. But we will have to see. I still believe that the majority of players will be happy about this. Let's just hope that this will not rise more a problem of class balance that will affect the rest of the game as well. But that we will have to see and pray for the best. In the last ESO Live, Brian Wheeler have shared plenty of news and announced a lot of change for PvP. All those changes will happen in the next update, the update night, which will come together with the Thief Guild in the first quarter of 2016. So expect it for around February, March, something like that. So everything I'm going to talk about, it's for that time, not right now, okay? First of all, the server performance. They are still working on it. They are constantly trying to improve it. The problem is due to too much information, too much traffic on the server, and that's drain it and make it becoming laggy, especially when you have a lot of players using a lot of abilities and having a lot of special weapon and special armor sets that are proccing. That's what created the problem. So they need to change things step by step, bit by bit, to analyze everything and make change so the server will have less information to handle. Hopefully this will be fixed. Lot of change are planned for the siege weapon. If you want to know more detail about it, I recommend you to read the forum post published by Brian Wheeler, where he explained everything in details with number and all that fancy stuff, and you have the reaction of the player. It's in the information below. But just so you know, and I'm taking my paper, the damage of the siege weapon is increased back to what it was before Imperial City. So the patch of Imperial City bring down all damage source in PvP to 50%, but for the siege weapon it was not good, so it is increased back by 50%. The repair kit are repairing double, and the resources needed to upgrade the keep are being lowered. The wall regeneration sticks 10 seconds instead of 20 seconds, and the hit points upgrades is 35,000 instead of 25,000. The forward camp are back! Way! A lot of people will be happy about that. The change is higher cost, 20 charges, only 10 forwards camp by Alliance, and the radius is lowered. All of this will be tested in the PTS, so there will be some change and some adaptation. Do not forget to go on the PTS and to give your feedback once it will be ready, of course. The Imperial City will be improved as well. They are currently discussing about some concept to have objectives, so maybe to capture a area or something, a district. So they are talking about it. Alliance campaign change. There will no more be any assignment by faction, which means that if you have 3 characters of 3 different factions, you can be in the same campaign, which was forbidden before. Also, there will be campaign without champion points. That's very important because this is something that a lot of players wanted. All veteran campaign will be without champion points, and 1 veteran campaign will be without champion point as well. So I hope you will enjoy that. Reward of the Worthy will be improved as well as to be max level. At the time this patch will happen, there will be no more veteran rank, but I guess it's the equivalent. So you will always have relevant reward in your bags. Some very special merchants will now appear in Cyrodiil at the very same location 2 days by week, and they will sell a selection of random pieces of sets and monster helm or shoulder that you usually find in dungeon. It will cost a lot of gold and alliance point, and if it's tradable or not, that's still being discussed. But basically you will not need to do any PvE to get your PvE gear from now. It's of course very random, so you will have to see if it's interesting or not. More change for the alliance point earning. Now you will be rewarded to be in a small group, as you will earn more alliance points the smallest your group are. So this is another hit for the Zerg. Yay! So that's all. If you want to know more about this, I really recommend you to check the ESO live where Brian Wheeler is explaining this in detail. The CrownStore sell now Vampire and Werewolf buy for 1,500 Crown, which means that you buy this and you automatically unlock the skill line and you are Vampire or Werewolf without needing to find the players to bite you and without the need of doing the quest. So there is a big huge controversy regarding this. A lot of players are very shocked about this. They believe that it's the first step to pay to win items in the CrownStore. While I'm usually the first one to react when something that I find unfair appear in the CrownStore, I've not reacted to this yet because I was not so sure of what was my opinion. But now I've collected my thought and here it is. In theory, the Vampire bite and the Werewolf bite in the CrownStore is wrong because you unlock a new skill line, because it allows you to skip content, because you buy an item that instantly gratify you with something quite powerful and that will really affect your gameplay. So it's a bit on the edge of pay to win. It's not exactly pay to win, but it flirts with it, for sure. But in practice it's different. The case of the Werewolf and the Vampire is very specific. A player that enjoys stories, enjoys to roleplay his character, will do the quest regardless the item being in the CrownStore or not. You will not buy an item to skip content, right, if you enjoy that content. But for a lot of players that have several characters that are changing their build, you know, a player like Deltia, which is very competitive, he has 8 characters on each server and on each platform. All he wants is to go fast, to do his new builds, and he don't want to bother again with a quest he has done 10 times already. So for all those players, this will save them time, this will save them energy to do something they will not enjoy to do because they have done it so many times and because their goal is simply to unlock the skill line. So, of course, at the moment this is in the CrownStore. Some players that play the Elder Scroll for the very first time may buy the scroll, unlock the skill line without doing zero effort. But that's the kind of side effects that happen for the benefits of all those players that have 10 alts. Also, and my last argument is that while the glass motif affected the whole economy of the server and the uniqueness of an item, even if it was cosmetic, it really affects everyone. Here, to have a Vampire and a Werewolf bites in the CrownStore will only affect players individually, so it's a personal choice. It will not remove anything from the game for other players. It will not affect the whole community, except the players that wanted to sell their Vampire bite and Werewolf bites every week for 5,000 gold, which was kind of a scam anyway, so I don't care about those guys, that's good for them. But this will not affect the whole community, it will not affect the economy of the game, it will not affect the experience of everyone. So, it's just a personal choice. As we can expect, during the month of December, the CrownStore will be very festive and propose a lot of nice merchandise. First of all, what everyone were expecting with impatience, the Ice Bear Mount and the Ice Bear Cup pets will be available for a limited time between the 10th December and the 14th December. Also, 2 months that has been previously sold for a limited time will reappear. They are back. It's the Black Panther Sensei mount and the Leopard Sensei mount. They will be available for a limited time again between the 23rd December and the 4th January. So you will have the time to get them even if you're gone in holidays. For everyone that thinks that it's unfair that those mounts are back in the store, remember that they have been before the game was released on console and the console players didn't have the possibility to purchase them. Also, it has always been said that those particular mounts could come back in the store at some point. A lot of costume will appear in case you want to dress up your character nicely for the holidays. Some Breton fashionable dresses will be available in the CrownStore without limitation, and some very beautiful Orsimer fashion for male character, but can be worn by female of course, will be in the CrownStore as well. If you want to know more about the fashion in Tamriel, I suggest you to read these Lore Master Archive articles that speak about the dresses that are favorized by the nobility in Werewolf, and it's written by Lady Eloise Manteau. In addition to those costumes, you will also find the baby Netch in the CrownStore. All those items will be available during the month of December. This week I wanted to give a shout out to Mav. Probably everyone knows her from her stream, her enthusiasm, her mathcorn, her craziness and her colorful hair that changed every week almost. But did you know that she also had a YouTube channel? She started recently to publish videos about Destiny and the Elder Scrolls Online, and she have made a video collecting her thoughts regarding the news that I just spoke about. So if you want to know more about those news and if you want to know her point of view, I recommend to check her YouTube channel and to subscribe, because I'm certain she will publish more video in future. You know her, she's very cool, so it's worth to have a look. You will find all the information below, obviously. Voila, it's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much to have watched, and as it's the last of the year, I'm wishing you to spend great holidays, spend great time with your families, with your friends or your online buddies. I wish you to spend a great New Year's Eve, and I will see you next year or this month in different videos if you want to watch them. I'm doing a Let's Play Fallout 4 if you want to see me being a total noob. This is worth your time, I guess. Anyway, thank you so much to have watched. Bye bye.